before we take a look at the UEFA Champions League, something, of course, will be happening in Port Harcourt, and of course, that will be in a civic center. And Promise Elegbere, of course, will give us the details of that particular one.
Well, I think we'll make it just brief, and it's a pleasure that I'm here today. I'm the CEO, Pro Lab Global Promotion. Normally, I think we run an Easter program called Old Port Harcourt 8 All-Stars Tournament. And then this is the 4th edition. But I'm so pleased that today I'm with this family, and this family is part of me in the program come on Sunday, on Saturday, 19th. It's a program we retired players that retired from Nigerian League, even at Europe, that are 40, 45 years above. We go there to discuss business, discuss football, and the basic aim is for the 5th year, the 5th edition will bring a foundation that will at least assist some youth teams, also let them know the importance of football, not just playing football, also going to school to partner, because we suffered out of football for about 12, 15 years thinking it will be better. But when you go to school and you play football, you have a gratuity, because there is a coach, one of my Coach Ominu, one time Super Eagles coach, he told me one thing, that football does not have a gratuity, but education has a gratuity. So the aim is for we to run this program. The program is coming up on Saturday morning, 8 All-Stars, Crystal Stars, Obiakwa All-Stars, the Veterans All-Stars from Port Harcourt. The Joy All-Stars are also coming from Bayelsa over there to run the program. We have Club 58. We have teams from Okrika local government that are coming to play. The 8th, we have another team from Andoni, Stroking Koro, that is coming to play. The tournament will start in the morning, 8 o'clock. It's a carnival. We'll play from morning to 6 o'clock in the evening, where you meet ex-internationals, people like Ida Peterside, Finidi. Most of them will just come to showcase themselves. So it's one thing, you see old Port Harcourt friends, old Port Harcourt footballers. You come there, you fellowship through sports and get the best out of it. So this edition is just one that I believe that this edition will lead us somewhere that even our kids, the few ones, our children that are coming, will see the potential we have, and they will imbibe in this potential to grow. So it's a big day for us. I think this family is one family that I know will be there with us. So it's something we'll look up.
All right, let's have that one. Of course, we'll go down. Of course, we look forward to see a befitting, outing of some of these teams, in this particular one. But because of time, we have to move on as we take a look at the UEFA Champions League. Mbakalo, I know your eyes were on that game yesterday. Arsenal, of course, making it through to the semi-final once again. What do you make of it after all Real Madrid said, talking about closing the stadium, the comeback spirit and all of that, but they faltered yesterday at the Santiago Bernabeu? What went wrong for Real Madrid?
Thank you so much. And number one, football has to do with age. If you ask me, that age difference of Arsenal players and Real Madrid was also a barrier in the game.
Okay.
Age difference. That is one. Two.
Like you're saying, the Real Madrid players were older.
Yeah, a little bit older. It has to do. Football has to do with age. Your pace in 5 years cannot be your pace in the next 10 years.
Okay.
That is one. Secondly, I always tell you that football is unpredictable. Football is unpredictable. Don't underrate anything, because they might end up surprising you. You see, because of history, we have known Real Madrid to be that team that, history about to be broken. Without history, football will not be interesting. Yeah. If I know today Real Madrid is playing, they are going to score 3 goals. Next week, they will play and score 1 goal. The game will no longer be interesting. Am I right?
True.
So that's why I said it's unpredictable. Well, Arsenal, home and away match, they were at their best. They did so well that we never expected that. My brother, if you ask me, I will take my money to the bank and tell you that Real Madrid, Arsenal cannot be able to beat Real Madrid. But it happened, home and away. So, you know what it means. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, so many people lost money, those with the white paper, You know, so what I'm saying in this sense, it was a very big match and interesting. You know, when there are surprises in the game, then the match becomes interesting. Next time, when Arsenal and Real Madrid will have that chance of meeting, you see much expectation will be from Arsenal, but you can never tell the outcome of the match. Okay. Arsenal, they did their best, and don't underrate anybody. Look at Arteta, the coach of Arsenal, today. Compare him to the Arsenal coach of Arsenal 2-3 years ago. That's what we say. You see, the white man, they are patient. They had patience with Arteta. Despite all that transpired when he wasn't there, the patience were there. But today, he's the hero.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So it's a matter of time. That's exactly what Engineer Promise said here. You know, you heard him say, consistency is our problem. In Nigerian League, at the end of the season, almost 90%, 95% of the players, they move to the next club and they recruit new players for no reasons.
Okay.
I don't know if you understand me.
Yeah.
How can the team grow when at the beginning of season, just like he said, you start nurturing new players again? You can. It's impossible. Locally and continentally, you cannot do well. So what I'm saying in that sense, sometimes we should emulate this European side. Okay. You see, at the European side, at the end of season, you see 2-3 players leaving. The other ones try to inculcate that model of the team into the new coming players and tell them that, look, we have a tradition and we must follow our tradition. So what I'm saying in the sense, congratulations to Arsenal. Thank you.
You know, talking about Arsenal, I promise. This is the third time, of course, they made it to the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. And they've actually gotten a very impressive run in the Champions League this season so far. Could this be their season?
Well, I think for Arsenal, I give one reference. I think that is 2003. Is it 2003 when they played with the German team? And I look at Arsenal. I'm so passionate about Arsenal because
indirectly, yes,
I'm so passionate about it. But this year Champions League, in reality, look at Arsenal. The league is the Premier League. Their play is different from the Champions League. I think they've considered just 5 goals this year in Champions League. And when they played against Real Madrid, actually on the first match, I was not even more confident I would win. But after 20 minutes of play, I saw the passion in Arsenal. I knew they would win that match. The second match they played, I also knew that Arsenal would score. But because of the Madrid home, that is a tradition. I told even my friends that we will score, but they will win. But to be sincere, look at the commitment of the Real Madrid attacker. It was not when people like Benzema were. Those are clinical finishers. They don't pet ball like these virus small boys. These boys, they dance with the ball. And that is not the business. When Thierry Henry was playing in Arsenal, Thierry Henry don't run with the ball. You see the space and use the space. There are players that deliver those things that you want at the appropriate time. And the Arsenal team today, look at them when it comes to Champions League. They are prepared for Champions League. And I believe the semi-finals will be another tough game for them. You know, we've played PSG before. It will be another tough one. But I'm looking at it, the first match will be so difficult for Arsenal because of the 3 yellow cards that are on ground for Arsenal, like Partey, Rice, and all these people that are in. But I think this is a season I'm looking at Arsenal to be in the finals.
All right, let's see how it goes. Will they be in the final? That's a big question. We'll see if they can get past PSG once again. Yesterday as well, we saw a 2-2 draw between Inter Milan and Bayern Munich, and of course, Inter have to progress by a very aggregate score line 4-3 ended in that particular one. But tonight, we'll see some Europa League knockout stage fixtures. At Athletic Club will be National against Rangers. Eintracht Frankfurt Lokon against Tottenham Hotspur, last year against Bodo Glimt. It will be Manchester United against Lyon. And Ruben Amorim, Manchester United manager, has decided, of course, to bring Andre Onana back, of course, in goal into this encounter. Bakalu, what do you make of the return of Onana once again in goal?
Well, if you ask me, Man U sees Onana as their best and only hope. They can't rule out Onana.
Okay.
But, you know, sometimes we always say Onana is not a good goalkeeper, this and that about Onana. But you see, what also makes goalkeeping very perfect and admired is when you have good defenders.
Okay.
No matter how good the keeper is, when your defense is porous, you are bound to concede as much possible goals as you can. So most times, I don't blame Onana. Yes, Onana has his fault. Do you understand? But I mean, Man U defense is porous. I must tell you the truth. If they meet people like Arsenal at a very high top championship, Arsenal will shock them.
Okay, let's of course take you down to the Conference League as we'll see the quarterfinal fixtures today. Fiorentina will be national against NK Sejil, and we'll see the likes of Jagiellonia against Ribetes. Chelsea also be national against Liga Warsaw, and Rapid Wien will be national against Jago. Then, but of course, good news for Liverpool fans as Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk has signed a new 2-year contract with the club. The 33-year-old centre-back previous contract has been set to expire at the end of the season. So the man has put pen to paper, 2-year contract for Virgil van Dijk. And I know, what do you make of it, Van Dijk, you know, continuing his marriage with Liverpool?
Well, I think for me, it's a good deal.
Okay.
Because I think even in the league, you see experience play more. People like Van Dijk, you see them that even in the next 3 years, they will be productive to Liverpool. And there are some players that they just want to see in the team that motivate their team, not just what they play. If they are in the pitch, they know that he's there, he motivate the team. So it's a good deal for him. I think they will go somewhere with him.
All right, at this point, we'd like to call